Dave Filoni, pretty much one of the few people I think actually knows what Star Wars actually is, in my honest opinion, that actually knows what Star Wars is. Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau is probably the two people at LucasFilms that actually know what the funk's supposed to happen with Star Wars, and have been making content and great qualities like The Bad Batch, currently ongoing, The Mandalorian, seasons 1 and 2, the future shows like High Ranger of the Republic, which reportedly is now on back burner deal because probably the Ahsoka and Book of Boba Fett are currently taking precedent. And then they'll go back to that. Then they'll do the epic crossover event. And he is now the. Now it's been reported as the site updated the title of the Star Wars, Clone Wars, and Mandalorian Dave Filoni to Executive Creative Director of the studio. But turns out, for some strange reason, he's been in this position since saying a Lucasfilm spokesperson reached out and said Dave has been serving as executive producer, executive creative director at Lucasfilms for quite some time. We simply updated our website. Nothing has changed for his current and future projects. He's busier than ever in a galaxy far, far away. So, yeah, turns out he's apparently been in this for a while now. They just never said, let's update the site and whatnot. So now he has a position in Lucasfilms more than ever. And basically has more oversight over what the stuff they're doing now. So yeah, it's definitely needed. And apparently the Mandalorian actors even went ahead and, you know, are excited and hyped. I'm hyped. I'm all for it because Dave Filoni is one of the few people left at Lucasfilms that actually I feel like gets Star Wars. And with him in charge of the creative oversight, essentially, and let's hope he becomes the Kevin Feige of the Star Wars universe, or Jon Favreau. I'm hoping for quality content. I mean, this was basically Lucas's student, his Padawan, and he's becoming more and more like Lucas every day with his hair, but that's a different matter. So it is nice to see that he's back to doing this, and now we got all the creative stuff he can do. I'm pretty sure being told to fix the sequel trilogy is a difficult task, but I'm sure he can do it. They just have to make some content for it, get everything up to stuff, or go the multiverse route since they have an established reason to establish a multiverse, along with Kathleen Kennedy. Well, Kathleen Kennedy is currently, I don't know what she's doing. So, yeah, it was a promotion that was made and announced internally but not made public, and it appears the company was caught off guard by the enthusiastic response to a standard if overdue update to its website. The site was even temporarily unavailable because apparently the fans crashed it trying to look into it. So, yeah, everyone is excited. I am personally excited. I am a huge fan of what he's done so far for Star Wars, like his Clone Wars series, which are my all-time favorite show. Uh, and I'm looking forward to his Ahsoka show because it's Ahsoka Tano, and that is an awesome character. And anyone that says otherwise don't know what the hell is going on here. Okay, actually, I wouldn't mind it. I don't care if people don't like it because, it's their opinion at the end of it, but still. And I'm curious to know, oh, with how they've been retconning the comics and books. Like I said in my War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha #1 comic, I talked about, they have been retconning things like, oh, the events that happened that made Ahsoka escape Mandalore was not what happened. It was turns out it was Ahsoka escaping from a Republic cruiser and faking her death, or or like when Kanan was attacked and whatnot, and a clone helped him get away but died in the process. So I'm like, does this mean more retcons are coming to the Star Wars universe, or are they going the multiverse route? Like I'm hoping for that because here's the thing: thing. Marvel can do it, DC can do it. Why can't Star Wars do it at this point? Like they have the Infinites, they have the Star Wars comic from Dark Horse, they have the Legends timeline, the Disney canon timeline, they have the Lucas timeline, and they have the Filoni timeline. It's like, and considering how much stuff happened in the Mandalorian, like every time when I look at that happy sad ending where the Mandalorian gives away Baby Yoda to Luke, I'm just thinking, damn. If only we didn't know what would happen later. That certainly makes this depressing. Yeah, so I was like, should there be a eighth timeline essentially with Dave Filoni and everything Jon Favreau does? And I'm not sure if this is accurate, but there were some rumors that there was another secret show in development that would have retconned the Old Republic, but Jon Favreau got it canceled according to Disney. According to some old rumors I kept hearing, I don't know if those are accurate. They could be completely wrong, but yeah, it's been that thing where I feel like Star Wars is in need of a rebirth period, like the DC rebirth, but not as botched at the end of it. Like, we're almost close to the finishing line, and wow, we crashed right. The finish line was just like several feet away from you. It was right there. Damn it, Didio. So, yeah, it is going to be interesting where he goes for this position and how far he goes with it. It's just saying he's busier than ever in the galaxy far, far away. I mean, there's a lot of routes they can go with. I'm like, they could bring in the Yuzon Vong since he did have a planned episode for that in the Clone Wars series before the big Disney buyout. Who knows? There's a lot of variables there, and but like, yeah, it was reportedly this was last summer, and no one really knew because it's like the Eva Marie thing that went on in WWE. She was labeled into the internal roster in December apparently, and she showed up and made active roster on a few weeks ago. So yeah, they really need to update their website because the Twitterverse has really gone ahead and just rejoiced. The Mandalorian cast is celebrating. The fan base celebrated. Some of my buddies who are Star Wars fans celebrated because, well, Dave Filoni is like their guy. He is like the one guy that's not Jon Favreau. I don't know why I keep saying Ferreira. I don't know why. So, yeah, and there's all this constant prediction of Kathleen Kennedy leaving her position, and yada yada yada. And it's like as much as I understand why people don't like her, I don't think that's gonna happen unless she royally screwed up big time. I like the sequel trilogy could have been the ending of the sequel trilogy, but that didn't happen. But it's curious to know if Disney has any involvement with this. Like, I feel like Disney has a say in the movie, so they like went away from the movies to do the TV stuff because there's less oversight from Disney management. That's at least from the big mouths, that's at least my interpretation because I've been enjoying the content of the TVs on the Disney Plus app. Then I have enjoyed the 3 movies, and with the only one being Rogue One and Solo: A Star Wars Story to an extent because of the Darth Maul cameo. I mean, like, they're still retconning. They retconned Aurora Singh's death, and I'm like, what? You pushed her? She died of exposition? We're really doing this, Disney? So, yeah. Congratulations to Dave Filoni. Jon Favreau finally got it right. Now we need to get Sebastian Stan to play young Luke and have Luke's voice. Have Mark Hamill voice the Luke puppeteer, essentially. Oh, man. I'm hoping things start to really improve at LucasFilm's with everything. Like, they got the Disney Plus shows working. They got the live action TVs, the anime shows working. I'm curious to know we'll see the Bad Batch in live action, but now that he's given more oversight and power, we're gonna have to see. I'm excited. Are all yeah? Well, this was my thoughts, my randomized thoughts on this, and the possibilities are endless with Star Wars. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my content in the description below. This was NRE Reality Pop Culture Omniversa. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace and take care.